Hello, hi everyone. Julia Vergara here, life coach, empowering lives through inspiration. I have prepared two topics today. One that it was kind of important to continue with our meditation from yesterday, raising our vibration, how important it is to have it higher. And then I decided to talk about something else too. So probably in the post, hi Susan. So probably you saw two different topics going on today. So I'm gonna talk about both because I promise, and when I follow through with what I say that I was gonna do. So the vibration. Yes, higher vibration keep us healthier. We actually get sick when our vibration is getting lower, and we sometimes don't even pay attention how our bodies are doing. Hi Barbara, welcome. And let's talk about, hi Sarah, just talking about the regular common cold. You were thinking about too many things, you were having too much on your plate. How we sometimes get sick, and it was because we were not paying attention to our thoughts, to our feelings, to how much we were overloading ourselves. And first it is our mental body, first one is energetic and spiritual bodies, and then mental, emotional, and physical. So if your spiritual is balanced, then the energetic should be balanced, and then the mental and emotionally support the physical. So those five bodies is how we actually keep ourselves healthy overall. But the one that show us how the other bodies are behaving is the physical. So that's why we do reverse engineer from where the illness is and how we can go back and find where did I miss it? Did I miss it when I didn't drink water? Physical. Did I miss it when I was overwhelmed? Emotional. Did I miss it when I was having too many things, too many decisions to make? Mental. Did I miss it when I wasn't really nurturing my energetic and my spiritual body? So how do we do that? We do it by balancing our chakras. We can do it as a daily practice, and I'm gonna teach you in another video, not today, about balancing chakras. We do it by meditating like we did yesterday. That meditation is completely raising our vibration, so you keep yourself in that one. It's for everything, because when you do energetic and spiritual during the meditation, your mental gets calmer, so your emotions are more also calm, so the body actually can heal faster. So if you're sick, you need to start doing that. If you're healthy, you do those practices so you don't get sick. It's basically keeping that vibration higher so our physical body gets supported. And we can do it also with other things. So there's plenty of tools, and we can also do physical things, which is of course drinking water and having good nutrition. But unfortunately, some people think that only doing the physical part is enough. It's enough to eradicate cancer. It's enough not to get sick again with the cold. And you know me, and if you don't know me, you're gonna know me. I'm a scientist. So as a biologist, with my natural health degree that I have, I really, really pay attention to germs, how germs behave, viruses, bacteria, how they replicate, fungi, how they behave, what is good to eliminate them from your life, which ones are good for you to keep, and so on. So the physical part, I really understand it. But when I start understanding more the spiritual, emotional, energetic part of what it makes us as human beings, then it made sense why I was getting sick so often. I was getting a cold every single month until the year 2000, maybe even after 2010. But I was working on it between 2008 and 2011 maybe. It was my years that I was like completely studying the science of our thoughts and our emotions, and how our spiritual and energetic body will actually make us feel better in our physical body or less better. So if you have any questions about this topic, we can elaborate here. Please feel free to comment here in the comments, ask me questions. I wanted to talk about today something else that has been kind of in the back of my head throughout the last month or so. And if you didn't know about me, I studied with Mayans in 2012 and 13. So when the world was gonna end in 2012, that everybody was like, the world is gonna end on December 2012, I was going to study with the Mayans because I knew that the world wasn't gonna end. It was just the Mayan calendar was ending, and it was important because it only happens every 26,000 years. And that also opens up a different kind of energy for us and different kind of spiritual growth that we were having. So what did I do? To go and study with them, like to the basics. They know what they're talking about. Let me go and study with them. So that we're gonna put a pin on that because it has to do with what we're living right now with this virus. 10 to 20 years before 2012 and 10 to 20 years after 2012, we are in a transitional process of spiritual beings. People are gonna die, people are gonna get suicidal, people are gonna awaken, people are gonna do nothing, and the percentage is about like this. It's like about 33%. 33% of people are gonna get awakened, and I'm one of them, and you most likely are one of 33 people they wanna kill themselves, take their lives, and the other 33 are gonna do nothing. Unfortunately, lately, the most powerful countries in the world, which is US and China, have been missing the signs of this spiritual growth and this spiritual connection that we all need. And unfortunately, and you can go to the politicians and you can go to the viruses and you can blame Trump, you can blame Obama, you can blame Bill Gates, you can blame the Chinese, you can blame it all. Everything that you have heard might not be wrong, but don't get distracted, because actually the lesson behind, which was apocalyptic, we were gonna have something like this. But it wasn't because it was gonna be the end. It was gonna be the end for some people, yes, unfortunately. Some people were gonna die, unfortunately. But the sacrifice of their lives doesn't have to block us from learning the lesson. And the learning of the lesson is relax, let the earth breathe. You have already taken enough advantage of the earth, polluting it, using it, not respecting it. And if you have noticed, the virus is only for human beings. It hasn't attacked any animals, it hasn't attacked any plants, and the oceans are getting cleaner and cleaner in these 40 days. Quarantine means 40. 40 means 40. It is at least 40 days, if we do it at the same time, that we're letting the earth breathe again. And yes, there's gonna be a financial crisis. And yes, there's gonna be people who unfortunately are gonna die. Yes, but we needed something like this to get reunited, to understand that we are all the same. It affects us all, black, white, Asian, Latin, wherever you're coming from, what color of the skin you have, what language everyone is affected by it. So if we don't wake up with this, I don't think there's gonna be another way to wake up. And I don't wanna be like negative and apocalyptic, but it has been written already. But we can always change our lives. We can always change the universal consciousness. So I can read your future and I can tell you, you're gonna have this is gonna happen to you. Why I choose not to read your future and tell you what is gonna happen to your life? Because you can change it every second, every minute. You can make it better. If I tell you, hey, tomorrow you're gonna meet the man of your, and he's gonna be tall, handsome, blonde, and then you meet him, and then you're like, but I don't know if I want it. And you start thinking about it, and you're like, you know what? I don't want it. And you continue your life in another ride. So what do I do really reading your future? But this was a little bit apocalyptic kind of deal in the spiritual world. We knew this was gonna happen, basically. Not like, okay, in March, and we all were quiet. People were saying it. I wasn't saying it. The only thing that I could do from my point of view was to do an awakening challenge on December. On December, if you guys were with me, that 12 days that I was trying to people to grab their attention, besides, yeah, join my class, I want to be your life coach, whatever the case is, with behind it, and the same reason I'm doing this right now is to help you awaken. I want to help you to be that 33% that we take advantage of this, unfortunately, crisis to make it an opportunity to be better human beings and raise the consciousness of the other 66 that are completely lost. The 33 that unfortunately are going to go, they go. But the other 33 that are left are the ones that have been ruling the show all this long. And that's why we are in this situation right now. Because the 33 that we are already in the awakening process since 2008, 10, 12, even more, because of the Mayan calendar, we are not enough. We're not enough to compensate the yin and yang in the earth for these other things to take over. Now, from here, now that you know what you know now, what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna stay being the same person? Are you gonna start having excuses not to be more connected with spirit, more connected to your family? Maybe changing the values that were running the show in your household. What are you gonna do? Only you can decide what percentage of people group you wanna be in. And I know that the tribe that I'm being created, and now we are 100 plus, I know that you guys are here for a reason. I know that we were busy before, and now you're tuning in to hear something different, to hear what's in it for me. So what's in it for all of us is to awaken, to raise our vibration on a daily basis, to be in the vortex on a daily basis, to be connected and aligned on a daily basis. You don't have to preach to your family. You just have to be the example of it. I am the example of it. I'm not here just telling you what you should do. No. And I've been really honest in my other videos. I'm not trying to tell you I'm perfect and you should do X, Y, Z. I'm not trying to create a new religion. Somebody told me, you should create a new religion. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to help you to have tools, the tools that I've been having throughout these almost 15 years, so we connected all together. Because when you go by yourself, you cannot go so far. When you go with others, you can go farther and you can help others. And right now, as I said, we don't have to preach much. Little by little, people are gonna see you different, reading different books, talking about a different story, that you raise just the vibration in your family. And if each of you raise the vibration in your family, and the other one, and the other one, and cities raise the vibration, there's a point that the vibration that a virus brings, regardless of the behavior of a virus, which I know that grows exponentially, and the cases that you see in the news are not the ones, you can multiply that for 99 and then you have the right number. I know that. But I know also that as human beings, we're really strong spiritually and energetic beings. And you can see how Jesus was. So the difference between Jesus and us was that he knew that he was God. He knew that he had God in himself. And he didn't question it twice. Yes, and I breathe, but I'm God. And if you believe the same, then your aura starts expanding away from your body. Usually our aura is extends 1 arm's length away from us just by breathing deeply, just by connecting, just by being in a meditative state. Our aura expands that much. So if you're going to a business meeting, if you're going to encounter, if you're going to pick up your kids from school, and I'm giving you, again, nobody's picking up anybody from school right now, but I'm giving you this for all the time in your life. You put it in every situation. You're going to go to the supermarket nowadays or in the future. Breathe deeply and consciously so your aura protects your body too. Yes, use a mask. Yes, use gloves. Yes, wash your hands. But also protect your energetic and spiritual bodies. We forget about that. We get so fearful that the only tool that we have is to wash our hands and cover our mouths. We forget that we also need to protect ourselves energetically and spiritually. So we actually, when we encounter people, things bounce back and we are protected in love, where only love comes in, and the virus energetic body is not coming from love, even though it's teaching us a loving lesson if we want to take it that way. But we need to use all the tools that we have. It's not only the physical. So raising your vibration is going to keep you healthy. Yes. Protecting yourself by breathing deeply and meditating every time that you can. If you cannot meditate many times during the day, breathe deeply. Concentrating your breathing and imagine that your light is expanding at least 1 arm's length. Okay, I remember where I was going with Jesus and us. So Jesus' aura was about 1 kilometer around him. That's why people, when people touched him or were close to him, people healed. He didn't need to do any healing work or put hands or anything to many of the people that got healed around him. Why? Because he was emanating healing energy, and his aura wasn't 1 arm's length. It was 1 kilometer, which is almost a mile around him. And that's why people were drawn to follow him, to listen to him. Maybe they didn't understand what he was saying, but it didn't matter because they were really connected in the last 4 chakras of our body, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those chakras are the ones that connect us with spirit, that help us see, heal, feel that energy that Jesus was emanating back then. Nowadays, that high consciousness might not be around that much. There's only few people throughout all the history of this humanity that have raised their vibration that way, like Buddha, and others a little bit less here and there, but it was their vibration because they had a knowing of their connection with spirit, knowing that everything that we have done so far, we brought it to ourselves, but we didn't bring it to ourselves as a punishment. Nature is not punishing us. God is not punishing us. If you want to take it that way, that will look like a punishment, and you don't really learn anything from a punishment. If I put my daughter in timeout, she won't learn anything. If I talk to her, if we make agreements, if we understand where was the flaw or what needed to be done in a different way, then we have a lesson. Punishment doesn't take us anywhere, unfortunately, for the parents that are listening to me. And God, my God, doesn't punish me. My God teaches me with love, because God is love. My God is love. And there's no way love and hate cannot coexist in God, from my point of view. So this is a love lesson that we need to take from the uncomfort, discomfort, horror, crisis. You can put any name to the situation right now, but now we need to look at it from what am I gonna do from now on? And not just your life, your physical life, your spiritual life, your energetic life, your as soon as we are able to go outside and continue enjoying our lives and traveling and doing whatever we wanted to do physically, are you gonna go back and be the same person? That is not gonna help. That is not gonna help anybody. It's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help us, because we all are connected. Whatever we do here in a small scale, in your city, in your neighborhood, in your house, gets expanded. This is the butterfly effect. And yes, viruses, they have to be transmitted from person to person, and when the person coughs and the person touches surfaces. But I want you to see it as a butterfly effect, because everything that we do has an effect on the universe in a bigger scale. Sometimes we are so self-absorbed in our lives that only what I do, and if I reach my goals, and if I do I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna be there, and my family and my... It's not bad that you want that, but have you seen that what you're doing is gonna be replicated? So we have to be careful what we're doing, is what I'm saying. We just the better version of ourselves when we go out of this one. So please, hi Jolie. I was on the roll, so I didn't say hi before. So tell me if you have any questions. If you want me to teach you right now how to balance your chakras, I'll be open to do that right now. Otherwise, we can leave it for another day, so we have more topics to cover other days. But I want to know who's here right now, because I think that disconnection and connection make people to disconnect from me. Okay. I think, yeah, not sure who's here. Anyway, so yeah, we can leave the chakra balancing for another day. My conclusion today, for the ones that are still here, is everything happened for a reason. We are all connected. We need to stick together and raise our vibration, because the vibration was low, and that's why we brought it to us. And it's been called for years before 2020. It's been probably since 2015 we started seeing 16, more 17, and between the last 2 years has been really going down. The vibration of the earth was really getting lower and lower. So now it's our job to raise it, and I'm grateful that the earth at least is having these 40 días of rest, and I have to be grateful for it, because as a marine biologist, I'm a conservationist. I don't know the word, conservacionista. Okay guys, that is all for today. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, any comments, please write them down here in the comment section. And I see you tomorrow at 1 again. Let's see what the universe is bringing to me. I won't post in the morning too early, because the download that I got was later in the day. So I'll probably be posting by noon tomorrow what the topic will be. So probably it's gonna be chakra balancing. Probably it's gonna be the 4 new crystals. I have them here. The 4 new crystals for this new time to raise the vibration of the world. I don't know if it's gonna be my Mayan spirit of the sun. Well, it's gonna be a surprise for both of us. So have a good day, and see you tomorrow at 1. Thank you for watching. Julia Vergara, life coach, empowering lives through inspiration. Aloha.